Hi folks, welcome back to Visits with SoxyNana Alice. I'm Alice, your yarn host today, and I'd love to welcome you down here around the craft table. Pour yourself some peppermint vanilla tea from the little orange teapot, or if you'd prefer coffee or something a little more spicy, go on and help yourself. There's lots to be had around here. So how have we been? I've had a great week, and oh my goodness, thank you to all my new subscribers for subscribing. I hope you're coming back to check out what I've been up to here and to join in on our little community. Thank you to all my regular viewers for coming back, all of you that have been here right from the beginning, and I don't know. I don't know how to thank everybody. I've got over 1,200 subscribers now, and that's just amazing. I can't believe that many people. And I have anywhere between 200 and 700 people watching each week. So I'm really thrilled with that. And yeah, I'm going to try and keep the content fresh. That's really difficult. If you're a podcaster, you know what I'm talking about. And some days it's like you just don't want to do anything. But this past week has been absolutely beautiful here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And I've gotten in some walks with Chewy and some outings with friends and friends over, and went to visit my daughter. And we went thrift shopping. Didn't pick up a whole lot to share with you, but yeah, still had a wonderful day doing that. And yeah, I've got some stuff to catch up with you on. So where can you find me? I'll put the little blurb thingy up here, and you can see where, basically I'm SoxyNana or SoxyNana Alice everywhere on the YouTubes. And I would really, really appreciate it if you guys have any questions for me regarding myself, Chewy, my knitting, anything, the province, Canada, what it's like here, whatever you'd like to know. If I could get you to put a comment below or send me an email, I can get you to, I'll have a question and answer video out hopefully in the future, because there's quite a few people out there that have just started, and maybe you'd like to know something about this person you're watching. Anywho, let us get on with our knitting adventure, and then later on we'll do some, update you on a bunch of other stuff. So, okay, today I have no finished objects. I'm still working on my socks on my, over here. I'm pointing over here because over here is my stationary bike, which I haven't been on all week. But I'll tell you why later in, the life stuff. But yeah, I haven't finished the toes on my socks. Yes. But I have been working on my Gaudi Cardi. I got a few rows done on that. I had it at the Naughty Knitters Club yesterday, which is one of the knit groups here in Winnipeg. And yeah, it is, they were just totally flubberdigusted how wonderful it's turning out. I'll show you the pattern quick. It's the Gaudi Cardi by Julie Knits in Paris. I've knit this sweater twice. The first time I ripped it back, and because it didn't, the contrasting didn't turn out very nicely. It was too busy of a yarn for a change. But here it is. You ready to see this? Look at that, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, I should have brought a coat hanger again so that I could show you. But I have gotten considerable amount done here. I'm on the body. I've got about 2 more inches to go because I wanted to cover my hip, fall at my hip area. Yeah, and so I got about another 2 inches, and then I start another section of the color work at the bottom. There's a little bit of color work, pretty easy peasy, knit one, stranded color work, and then a nice little hem border of ribbing, and then I can start on the sleeves. And on the sleeves, at the bottom of the sleeves, there's a little bit of the border color work as well. But it is turning out amazing. This is Tammy Ivanko from Manjusha Fiberworks' Colorway Golden Hour in her sock yarn, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's turning out so beautiful. I'm telling you, I couldn't be happier with this. Now that's a perfect thumbnail, right? Okay, so let's see if we can get to thumbnail like that. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Snap. Wonder if you can actually do that on your camera. Just press the button or something. Okay, so that's been using Manjusha Fiberworks, Manjusha Fiber Arts. I'm so sorry. That's her ball band or her information. There was a ball band on the skein though. I reclaimed this from my Shima sweater, And that's on my Ravelry notes, guys. I've got Ravelry pages for a lot of my stuff. So go ahead and click on the link below for the Ravelry project pages, and then friend me if you want to follow along. Yeah, and you can contact me and chat with me on there if you like. I use that a lot for just entering projects into different podcast or Ravelry threads. Oh, and then I used the color here, and I can never remember what it's called. Midnight Navy? I don't know. It's more of a tealy color. It's got beautiful colors in it. This is Drops Nord. I got this from Wool Warehouse in England. And it's in my butterfly bag. And I have my Notions pouch in here. And yes, I have needle stoppers. Thank you, MJ. Yeah, so that is my Gaudi Cardi. I'm coming along with that. And it is definitely potato chip knitting in the round. Oh, have I ever got bad hair? Chewy and I just got back from our walk. So yeah, I got bad hair day. Definitely. Bad hair, don't care. Okay, the other biggie I've been working on, you've seen it in all my previous podcasts. Oh, in my buck bag, my Notions pouch. This is a big bag, guys. I made this one for sweaters. Okay, and this is the H sweater. This is by Beatrice Mase. She's one of my favorite designers. She's from France. And I'm doing the test knit. It's due the end of November, and I'm pretty sure I'll get this done for the end of November. Right. Oh, by the way, I also wanted to say I'm very sorry for last episode. My thing was so shaky, and that's because I think there was something touching on my stand here that I'm using, and it was making it shake every time I moved. So I'm using what we call the Maria wool, because from the Naughty Knitters, we have a lady that comes quite frequently and brings us wool from the old Tundra factory. And if you want to know about that, you can pop back to a previous video that maybe I'll put the iCard in here again so that you can check that out. So this is the back. I'm going to show you, and I'll show you. I'm hoping that I moved that progress keeper, because man, if I got lots done. So I am finished the color work on the body. So now I've done, see this much? Look at that. Oh my gosh, down to there. I finished the color work on the body. And now I'm working in the darker contrast color. And then there's going to be some more of this beautiful texture, and then a ribbing end. And then same with the sleeves. The sleeves are going to match the same color work here, and then some more texture, and then again a ribbing for the bottom. And I'm going to make it a little longer than she has listed on the pattern, and that's the only modifications I made. And again, all the information will be on the Ravelry page, right, and in the links below. And I'm making a larger size, and I think I'm making it size E. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit bigger than I expected it. I picked out a bigger size for her test, but you know what? I don't care. It's gorgeous. I'm going to wear it anyways, because it'll be like a big old sweatshirt. So I wanted to share with you something. Okay, I have written this down. I've got notes for this one here today. Now, what happened was at the end of right down here, I'll hold it upside down here, right down here. Check this out. See how it goes from these color works here to like way far apart. Like the color works really far apart. Like I think there was like 32 stitches between. Okay, now, so I put it, don't do that, Alice. I lost my stitches. Yes, I did. Okay, I'm gonna hold it like that, because I don't want to bother putting it back on just yet. We'll do that in a minute, but a little bit later. But yeah, see how far apart these are? It's crazy how far apart those are. So, which is beautiful. It's very stunning effect, right? And I love it. I think that looks so cool when they're so far apart. And I had that same problem on one of my Marie Amelia's designs that I did, where there was really long floats. Now, that's when I learned how to do ladder back jacquard. So I went onto the Ravelry page that Beatrice set up for the testers, and I put out the question, how do we deal with this? Like, how do other people deal with this? Do they trap the long floats every so many stitches? So if you know color work and you do a lot of this type of stranded color work, you know what I mean by trapping your floats. And how many stitches do you trap them? Like, how many stitches do you knit before you trap a float? The second thing I asked was, do you duplicate stitch later? Because why not? I mean, you could just knit in the solid color and then go back and duplicate stitch over it. Or do you do ladder back jacquard just for these few, I think it was maybe 6-8 rows, and that was it. Or maybe do a little intarsia, and do it, which means that you actually have a little ball of yarn for each little motif there, little color work blob. Well, I did get back an answer from Beatrice herself. She let me know that she does the trapping, I believe, of the floats, and she does it at so many intervals, at so many stitches. And she also gave me a little quick tutorial. But I had already, in my haste, I don't know if you know me, I'm very impatient when it comes to getting answers to things. It's terrible, I know. But yeah, so what I did was I went ahead and I did do it as intarsia. And see, it's like there's nothing in between. Now there's a bobble there, and there's a bobble here, and then again over here at this top here. I got to hold this up proper. Hang on one second. Let me get this together here without losing all my stitches off the end of that needle again. All right, can we see them there? Here? And then here? Sorry, I flipped you the bird. And then here, see? So yeah, so I did a little intarsia, which means I literally made these little tiny balls of wool, and I went and I did that, and then I wove in the ends later. Went back and wove in the ends. And it worked out okay. It's a little puffier because of the weaving in of the ends. They're a little puffier than you would expect, see? But it worked. And I know it was a lot of work to weave in the ends, but honestly, I like weaving in the ends of things. So I like taking the sewing needle and gently going into the, stitches and trying to make it look so that it's perfect, that you wouldn't even know the ends were woven in there. I really enjoy that. So I thought, you know what, that doesn't hurt, and I mean, I know that a lot of people would say, no, do a ladder back jacquard or trap the floats, or just do duplicate stitching. And you know what? You do you. However you feel you're into at that time, maybe you're not into doing intarsia. So yeah, you don't have to follow what I do. Nobody has to do what the other person does. This is your project. This is your work. And however you work it up is fine by the rest of us. And I encourage all of you to try something new, try something different. And yeah, we'll get to that in a minute about, some other stuff too. But yeah, if you, oh, what did I put that there for? Oh, maybe no, I didn't. I just put it there to show you the bauble. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so that is the H sweater that's going to be coming out after the end of November. It is really a nice knit. It takes some time for me because I'm working on a bigger size, but you know what? It's worth every stitch, guys. I am really enjoying this. Now I have to carefully put this down, and you'll excuse me for a minute while I pick up my sheep. See, I got my little sheep there. Eek! Out of frame. There's my little sheep here. Yep, I'll put that on in a second. We're going to get to that, right? Right. Let's put that over here. I'll do that while we're chatting, doing our knitting chat. Okay, what's in here? Okay, so we've got more whips. I also started, oh, wait, I want to tell you about the mystery knit. The mystery knit along with Mona from she's the Bunny Muff Designs. Oh, I'm having so much fun doing this, guys. You can't believe. Okay, so I'm started clue 3. I've done the first motif for clue 3. Sorry if you If this is a spoiler, I've already got clue 4. I'm already a week behind, right? That's okay. I got lots of things I got to do, and I'm enjoying this. I'm not sure if that's supposed to look like that. Sorry, Mona, but look at this yellow one. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. What an experiment for me. I have never done this many colors in this kind of work, and it is so much fun. And yeah, when I started, I said, oh, it's ugly. And you know what? Sometimes ugly is turns out the most gorgeous. How could that be? Oh, look at that yellow one. Doesn't it look like an orange? I don't know, but it's beautiful. Even this one here. I'm sure once I get it framed off with the other section, it'll pop right out of there. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. What a fun adventure this is. I have, you know what, and it won't be my last mystery. Thank you so much, Mona. This was bust your stash for $1 for this mystery. Isn't that beautiful? I love this one. It's like a butterfly. Oh, so yes, I am on to clue 3, and hopefully next week I'll be finished clue 3 and starting up with clue 4, and then it'll be all done. And this is going to be a cowl. This is a mystery cowl she's running on Ravelry. So again, check it out. That's so gorgeous. And for $1, a mystery, full mystery like this for $1. I mean, really, how could you go wrong? And then I guess she'll put the pattern out later. So I'm going through a whole bunch of leftover minis and, bits and pieces to do this one. So thank you so much, Mona. This is so much fun. Like I said before, I always had such anxiety about mysteries, but when Mona put out that it was just going to be a Mona style color work, I mean, if you checked out Bunny Muff's designs, oh my gosh, I have made so many of her mittens. I just gave away a pair on the weekend, and I'm giving another pair away this weekend coming up. Anybody who sees these mittens just freaks out. The mittens I make from her have foxes and owls and bunny rabbits, and I'll put the whole gambit up here on this little spot to show you some of her designs. And I'm going to make more mittens this year. Oh, that coffee's good. I got coffee today. Okay, a new start that I'm doing. I got the pattern. I won the pattern. And I am doing The Smoke Show by Thea Coleman. And I just started. Look at all this ribbing. Oh my goodness, lots of ribbing here. I just started, so this is all I've got. I just started the ribbing. And I'm going to do it in the wool the patent Zastra that I still got. This wool just keeps on giving. I'm telling you. Thank you so much, Diane, for my pink bathtub. The patent Zastra in the dark denim. And it is 100% acrylic. And it says a 3-weight. It says a light 3, but it's not a light 3. It's actually a heavy 3. And it is perfect for showing stitch definition. I showed you the beautiful Mother's Day socks last week that I finished. And yeah, this is the same wool. So, I mean, I'm so happy that this pattern is going to be made in it. So I'm just started that. And yeah, you'll see some more progress of that in the coming weeks. That's going to be for me. So I am making like a 1X size. And I'll have to update Ravelry with some show notes, or with my my pattern notes coming up. So I am working on that. Now, we'll talk about the whip that I finally got around to doing some more on, which was my cross stitch. Oh, here, I'll take it out of the hoop because I shouldn't leave it in the hoop. Okay. I got the eat and most of the sleep done. Got craft and repeat and the scissors. So I have to find a darker thread to go in here because I forgot to get that one. And there's supposed to be a darker charcoal gray color in with the sleep. So I got that, and then the eat up here. I'm almost finished. I got to do the lighter pink color to finish that off. And then I'm pretty close to being finished. I think there's another, I'm not sure, there's another motif down here somewhere, and there might be something up here as well. And yeah, and then I'm going to hang it up here behind me on the wall. And it says, eat, sleep, craft, repeat. So I love it. I love it. And that's coming along slowly. And again, oh, I dropped my needle. Like I said, I do this during the day because I need to be able to see it. It's hard to see cross stitch sometimes at night when you've got old eyes. And that's my little fox needle minder. See the little fox needle minder? I got that from my daughter Cheryl a couple of years back for Christmas, and it's so cute. Actually, I got it with a whole set. It came with the beautiful fox cross stitch that I haven't gotten around to doing anymore, and it came with, oh, it's not in here, sorry, a really nice thread keeper. It's a big disc and it's got holes in it, and you put your threads in it. So I don't use that very often unless I have a lot of one color, like if it'll hold all the blacks or all the whites. So I'm going to fold that gently, not lose my needle, put that back in my bag, and that's my cross stitch update. Yeah. And that's in the same matching bag. I made a bag. Thank you, Anne Hunt from Toby Knits for giving me the inspiration to make a cross stitch bag. So that, as they say, is that. Now, on to stuff I'm going to be working on. I started my lists again, guys. And let's see, I started making my list of things I have to get done, and I put it in my November information. Let's see. So you got to hold me to these. I'm going to keep these as my, keep this list as my, what do you call that? A journal entry almost. I've got to wind the yarn for my bunny muff pillow that I'm going to make. I'll put a picture right here. That I want to make in the new year. I have to prep my sock yarn for 2025, which is basically put all the sock yarn that I have, 12 sets of sock yarn, into baggies that I can't see what it looks like, so that I can draw from it for next year's sock along that I'm doing with, hopefully, come on. It was Diane from My Pink Bathtub's idea to begin with. She's the one who got me started on this and said, hey, I want to knit a pair of socks a month with all my hand-dyed yarn. And I said, well, hey, let's do this as a mystery. So I'm totally game for this. You know me. I love to do socks every time I get a chance. I have to clean up all my mint and lavender, which was from the trailer, and I've already dried it. It's dried in the other room, in the laundry room. I've dried it. I just hang it by the ends and let it dry out for a couple of weeks, and then I crunch it all up. And oh, here, I'll show you. I got some from last year still in this little bag, in this little Ziploc bag. Yes, come on. It's lavender. Here, let's see if I can hold it up. I know what it looks like, but don't smoke it. It's not good. So yeah, so I got this lavender from last year, and I'll put the fresh stuff with it. It does still smell, of course. And then I take these organza bags that you get from Wool Warehouse. So those of you that get these, or you can just pick up organza at your local fabric shop, and these organza bags, and then I cut them. Well, first I sew them into little pouches, leave one end open, I fill it full of lavender, and then I seal it up, sew it back up again. And then, yeah, I use those for little pouches for the for my knitwear. And I put it in with my knitwear. And sometimes I throw them in my bags. But I also use the organza little bags, and I put soap in it. Here. I love buying, and I love jasmine soap. I get mine from Pasture Expectations. And Pasture Expectations, that's kind of cute. And it's a moisturizing hand and body soap. It has lye, water, cocoa butter, olive oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, essential oils, mica powder for color. And then it's made by Lee Heinrichs from Whitemouth, Manitoba. And yeah, it says, thank you for supporting small family business. And it is amazing smelling. You know, those of you that have been around for a while, you know, I just cut up the bar into small chunks like this. And then I put it in the organza bags and I put that in with my projects. And my projects smell like jasmine while I'm working on them. I had this bar sitting out on my dresser for like a year. And every time I walked into the room, I could still get a hint of jasmine smell. They are beautiful. And I love the color she uses. Very nice. Very, very kind of a moody pinks and purples. It smells just delightful. I wish smell-o-vision here. You want to smell? I wish we could do that. And yeah, I put those into those little packets as well. And then I throw them in with things, in with my underwear drawer, in my sock drawer. And then everything has a beautiful little hint of jasmine or lavender, depending on your choice, my choice that day. Okay, what else have I got to do? And I got to pick out a bunch of sock patterns. We're going to have a special episode. I think before the end of November, I'm going to have an episode just about the sock knit-along for next year. And because I've been going through patterns on Ravelry and free sock patterns, there's got to be 8,000 of them, but I'm going to keep tracking of what I'm going to be knitting. And I want to have we'll have a special adventure when it comes to doing the sock patterns as well next year. So I got a bunch of sewing I got to get done too. I'm going to sew a pillowcase, a couple of flannelette pillowcases, and I am going to sew elastic on some fitted sheets for Walter's bed out at the trailer, and I'm going to sew some camper curtains, and I want to get sewing the project bags that'll be used for the giveaway for next year, giveaways for next year. And maybe one for this December. Shh, I didn't tell you that. That's sneaky. That's sneaky. So let me sit here and put my stitches back on my needle while I tell you. Oh, it really went. Oh my goodness. Okay, so last week Walter and I went to the pharmacy. We really like our local pharmacy here, and I guess in some places they call it a chemist. And they're very, very family-oriented type place. And the girl there that works there is just wonderful with us. And she's helped us out a lot when it comes to our medications. So, yeah, we get because the government puts out the shots for the flu and for COVID and for the boosters for your pneumonia shots and stuff for the aged. And yeah, she takes care of us, and we get our shots there from her, and she's really good. I really love her, and yeah, so we got our shots, and she said, "Oh, this year a lot of people are getting their COVID and their flu shots in the same arm because they're thinking, oh, I might as well have one good arm." Well, I tell you, last year I got my flu shot and my COVID shot, and then I went to Aquafit right away, and I guess I was working out and everything in the water. The next day, my arms, both of them, were like limp. I couldn't lift either one of them. It was terrible. They were in such pain. My muscles were in so much pain. So I thought this year I'm going to do it on a Wednesday, not on a Thursday, because that, of course, Thursday is my Aquafit day. And I thought I'm going to avoid all that pain. And yeah, so I got both of them in this arm, okay? Oh, that arm was so sore. I couldn't even lift that arm. And I sleep on this side, okay? I sleep on my left side. I couldn't sleep on my side, but none of that. I got home within about, I'd say 12 hours. I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was falling asleep all the time. I fell asleep. I had a 4-hour nap in the middle of the afternoon, and I felt horrible. I felt so oogie, and for like 2 days. So, and it still hurts. If Walter whacked me here right now, I'd be like screaming because it still hurts. So I don't know what happens with our shots. Do they rip through the muscle or something? I don't know. I couldn't feel the shots. When she did it, she was as gentle as could be. I didn't feel anything with either shot. But the next day, oh man. So if you guys have got any tips on what to do to stop your shots, your flu shots, COVID shots, and pneumonia shots from hurting the next day. Also, if you're an anti-vaxxer, I'm sorry if I've triggered you in any way, but yeah, you do you, okay? But I never did. I'll tell you a quick story. I had a doctor once. He was a piece of work, okay? We're talking about, medicine now, but he actually gave me my shot without me knowing it. And how can you do that? Easy. I was laying flat on my back. I was getting my physical. I was laying on my back, and he was doing all the checks that, women get. And he just turns around, comes back, and goes, whack. He stuck a needle in my arm. I said, what was that? He goes, that was your flu shot. And I said, I didn't ask you for a flu shot. So I guess in other countries I could probably sue his butt. But that was it. After that, I got a flu shot every year. So I figured, well, it didn't hurt me. And we used to get two layered or two kinds of flu shots in the same year too. Sometimes I didn't like those ones, so I didn't do those. But anyways, you don't need to know all that. It's a lot of information. But if you have any tips on how not to have your shots hurt on your arm, let me know. Okay. Also, on that note, I would like to put a big hello out to all my friends that are dealing with a lot of issues right now physically. And of course, because of that, I'm sure they're going through their emotional and um, emotional side of all that as well. My heart goes out to you. I know through personal experience that it's hard, and especially with this time of year coming up, so many people have had losses in the past while, and I totally am, sending out my thoughts and prayers and my happiness to you. And please, if there's anything we can do in our little fiber community, please reach out to your friends, to your neighbors, even to your virtual friends on Zoom or what have you. If you just need some time to relax and knit and chat, be alone out there. You're not alone out there. We're here. We're all here for each other. So please take care of yourself. And I definitely, again, I thank you so much for coming, spending time with us here around the craft table. And I hope you got some good information and some fun out of watching me today. And come back again and hit the like and the subscribe, of course, if you haven't already subscribed, and leave us a comment. Oh, that's another thing I was going to tell you before I go quick, was I am so sorry. It gets me a few days before I can actually see your comments. I don't know what's going on right now, but I have to actually, like I said last week, I think, go on my laptop to do the answering of the comments through what's called, if you don't use YouTube editors or anything, I think it's called YouTube Studio. I have to go in there to answer a lot of your comments. So if I don't get onto the laptop, or if it's not cooperating with me, I don't get them answered right away or respond right away. But I can heart them. So I heart them first, and then when I go in on the laptop, I can go in and, answer your comics. And some of them have popped up from a couple of years ago. I can't believe how much, I don't know, it's all about the whatever with YouTube and the internet. Anyways, I am getting some of this done here. I'm almost to the end of this row. I believe I actually ripped back enough that accidentally lost all those stitches, and now I'm almost caught up. So I'm going to let you go here. I think 35 minutes is plenty of time for me to be chatting to you, and I will see you next week. Have a great crafty week, and knit with love, folks. Bye now.